The Dokkan Sync is finally happening during the worldwide celebration this year, but I've seen so much discussion about what's going to happen with the characters that the JP version of the game has that the global version still does not. So today we're going to summon for this new Jiren, one of the characters that is making this whole process a little more complicated, at least in a lot of the eyes of some of you guys. And I want to talk about how I think they're going to end up handling this, while also hoping that I have semi-decent luck today, because I'm not going to be buying any more stones than what we currently have to hopefully get a copy of AGL Jiren. So if you've not been keeping up right now, the global and the JP versions are the closest they've ever been. I don't know that they've ever only been 4 cards in difference. Now, technically, at the time of filming this, global is still missing the Beast Gohan and the Gammas, but those are going to be here in literally like less than a week. So that we're not counting those. Those are a guaranteed part of the anniversary. They're already in the App Store. Like, look, these are coming soon. If you guys haven't seen that, if you go to the App Store, it's literally right there. Boom. Guess what? These guys are coming. You're about to have them. And so beyond that, you're missing Cellmax, Jiren, UI Goku, and Topo. Now, Topo will presumably be coming before Worldwide. So after the anniversary ends, but before Worldwide begins. There's always like a time slot in there. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There's always a time slot in there where we get another character on the global version, and then of course also on JP, which JP is not celebrating an anniversary, so JP will get a new character in about 9 to 10 days. It's a very fast turnaround here from this time slot, because this Jiren is a part 2 to a Tech LR UI Goku. I'm sure most of you are familiar with this character at this point. That's Jiren, but it's not the one that I want. I would have wanted this in this time slot exactly 4 years ago. So with that in mind, how are they going to bridge everything together? Because from what we know is that with Worldwide moving forward, JP and Global will have these same banners. That is literally what Omatsu said, the main producer for Dokkan Battle, on that stream / Dokkan Now for us global players. So with knowing that, how will they handle what will at that point still be 4 characters? Because I just told you we're going to get a Dokkan Fest at the end of this month on JP, which will presumably not be on global, right? Because it's going to be like around July, like 28th, 29th, 30th, somewhere in that time frame. And at that point, Beast and the Gammas will be barely a few days old, right? So there's really no world where global is getting that character at the same time. And we know that because he literally said Worldwide, and Worldwide doesn't start until the end of August. So all the banners after Worldwide should be the same, and this is where I think they're going to do this. Now, I've seen a lot of people think that we're going to be getting, man, I'm getting a lot of pairs, a lot of featured units, a lot of not Jiren. Also, hopefully a lot of you guys have hit that like button. Why not? Why have you not hit the like button? I appreciate it. Thank you. So global have Topo, but then they'll still be missing whatever the Dokkan Fest is here in about a week and a half on the JP version. So that's still 4 characters. And a lot of people think that Cell Max is still going to show up for the 9th anniversary as an EX step or something of that nature. They've never really done that, and I don't foresee them doing that. I don't see that being how they handle this. So once we get into Worldwide, we will still be just 4 characters away from the global version being caught up with the JP version. My best guess, since at that point the versions will be synced. Now, I also want to talk about the ticket situation. If you're not familiar with the ticket situation between global and JP, you know, hang on, guys. Before I say that, I gotta say this. Zero! The box remains mostly complete. I am missing some side banner units because, man, they are being really stubborn. But beyond that, hey, that's actually a pretty sick SSR art. I think Jiren looks way better when he's like battle damaged and doesn't have a shirt on. But so if that was actually his SSR art and he was shirtless, that would actually go even harder. But the silhouette specifically goes kind of crazy. I'm also incredibly excited to try Jiren, and there's a really difficult new event in the game that I'm also very excited to try that we'll probably do in a separate video. So stay tapped in for that. Let's get AGL Jiren locked up. There we go. Wouldn't mind one more, but just getting the single copy makes my mind rest easy at night, having all the main characters besides side banner stuff back in my game. So if we take a step back to what I was talking about with the tickets, global also usually used to get tickets, right? When you would do summons, you get tickets, and you could do more summons because you buy 3 going free and tickets. Absolutely insane. Global getting that, because JP really not as often got that as much as global. But one thing that global has always had over JP is Pilaf's Trove. And in Pilas Trove, you know, if you don't want to buy stones, and this game can still be expensive even if you're buying these, but there's those packs for like 30 bucks where you get a bunch of orbs, a bunch of other goodies, and then you also get 20 tickets. Or sometimes I think they've done it, what, with like 30 tickets, but mostly it's the 20 ticket summon where you get a guaranteed featured unit. That is something that we have never had on JP, and I'm seeing a lot of people being worried that they're going to take that away. I would say if anything, they might finally give that to JP. I'm still not going to hold my breath on that for as a mostly JP player. I'm still going to hold my breath for that. Breath. Yeah, that would be right to say it right. That. Yeah. Breath. I'm not going to hold my breath for that. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why we get so hung up on that, but I don't think that, you know, I would love to see that happen, but I don't think they're going to take it away from Global. I think that it's something that's been in Global has had that for what, 5 years, 6 years, at least 4 years. But I want to say it's definitely been at least since 2019, if not 2018, that Global's had Pilas Trove and JP's never gotten it. And so I just don't foresee them taking that away from you guys, especially I can get it because I think for me, what I think I've fully decided in my head between my Global and my JP account is that JP does have so many more assets available to it and just so much more of the summon currency and all of that it makes no sense to probably go Global main because I could no way dude, Zeno, request your like on this video because guess what, Zeno! Let's go, dude. Holy dude, this is I needed this. The UI and Jiren being good to me, God, Worldwide's gonna be so bad. Worldwide's gonna be so bad. So for those of you that really keep up and are aware that JP doesn't have that and are worried about those tickets going away, I think that you're worrying for no reason because I don't think that those will go away. And I also understand that there's probably a lot of people that really do just go for the tickets and don't even worry about doing the actual stone summons because I think it is cheaper probably to just risk it and do the tickets, and if you don't get them, you're like, okay, I'll move on from this. And I think that's what I'm gonna do with my Global account. So hey, Trunks being a gentleman, so they better not take those away is really what I'm getting at. Now, for what I think their actual strategy will be, I don't think they're gonna do the One Piece Treasure Cruise strategy at this point. Still not gonna throw it completely off the table. If you're not familiar with the what's up, Jiren? If you're not familiar with the One Piece Treasure Cruise strategy, they essentially went through the same thing. Because back in the day, and even some modern games still do this, but back in the day, One Piece, Dokkan, all these games, they released early about, really? I can't complain. We got 2 copies under 500 stones. I cannot complain. But still, 2 and 1 is like nuts. But they released within about 6 months of each other, but the JP version released first. And as you guys know, these are literally games as a service style games. So they're constantly dripping content, and so it releasing 6 months early means the content is 6 months ahead, and like they are only going to drip feed so much content, especially since a lot of the content is wanting you to summon and spend money, and they can't give that out too fast, or they choose not to. And so One Piece Treasure Cruise synced up about 3 years ago, and when they did, they dropped multiple, I think it was 2 banners that essentially caught the games up. Now, from what I could tell based on those banners, again, I know almost nothing about actual One Piece Treasure Cruise in terms of how it works or the banners or anything like that. But it appeared that there were far more character differences between the 2 versions at the time. And so, again, as we go into Worldwide, I am about to present my idea. Sorry it's taking so long. I'm doing this while summoning. Maybe I should have. Nah. It's been a good time. Hope you guys are enjoying this video. But I was gonna say maybe I should have done them completely separate or did the summons and then talked about this, but we're just having a good time over here. Okay, so I wanted to wait to see what was happening there. Whis animation kind of sounds maybe a little bit fire. I feel like there were more characters there. Realistically, going to Worldwide, their difference is not going to change more than 4. It's going to still be just 4 characters. And so I don't know that they are going to do this banner that has Cellmax, Jiren, UI Goku, and it won't be Topo at that time because Global should have Topo. So it'll be whatever the character is going to be releasing here in about a week and a half will be, and put them all on one banner, because that's what One Piece Treasure Cruise did essentially. And that's why I think they had more than just 4 characters, because I do believe they did 2 banners, right? So they didn't make it like super like insane high value, but still decently high value. Here's what I think they will probably end up doing, because at that point the versions will be synced, and so the way JP players will probably view it, and I wouldn't necessarily view it this way, but if they're going to be synced, if we're going to be completely synced and be completely fair, my best guess is that whenever we get the next Dokkan Fest, after worldwide, whatever that is, because that will be live on both global and JP at the same time, whatever it is, or it should be. They will just bring back the Dokkan Fest that is going to release here in a week and a half. Then when we get to the Carnival LR banner in December, they'll just put both Jiren and the new Carnival banner on it. The next basic LR banner will have Cellmax featured with the new basic LR on it. And then the next Dokkan Fest LR banner will have UI Goku. Or what they'll do is like with Saiyan Day, you know, Saiyan Day has a Dokkan Fest LR on it. They will basically just make one of the Dokkan Fests essentially after worldwide, but before the end of the year, have the UI Goku on it, and it will just have high value. That is my presumed way that they will do this, and that way that'll be the first time global is getting it. And there's no world, some of you are probably like, oh, that's gonna suck. There's no world unless they do a crazy awesome banner where it's like guaranteed featured steps and it's all these units together. But even then, we know Dokkan. If they were to put Cellmax, Jiren, UI Goku, and whatever the Dokkan Fest releasing in a week and a half will be on one singular banner, they're also going to pump that banner full of like 20 featured characters or 30 featured characters. It's going to be insane if they ever do that. And then they might do a guaranteed feature step, but again, the feature will be 20 or 30 characters. So your chances... Let's go! Dude! Oh my gosh, I didn't have him. I didn't have him. Look, that's my first copy. That's my first copy. Dude, these summons are huge. Thank you. Oh, dude. Yes. Then I can't hold y'all. I just said it. I'm only missing one character now in the entire box in terms of like, well, actually just in the entire box besides random exclusive stuff. I'm only missing one character. Oh, I hope you guys hit the like button for that. That was so sick, dude. Yes. Why did I lock him up? Oh, I gotta make sure I don't sell him. Oh my gosh, that was huge. Yes, let's go. No way. No way. What is happening? Bro. I mean, I gotta do it. What is happening? Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, so the stones I have, I thought this and I was like, oh, I need to bring... That's rainbow, dude. I didn't rainbow them. Now they've fallen off. They've fallen off the side of a cliff from some of this new content. But that's awesome. Holy, I still really like that unit. I still really like that. Is a fake out in the Jiren. Dude, 79. I can put gold equips on Jiren now. 79% Jiren. I mean, I couldn't ask for more, but we are just a little on fire, so there's no way I'm ending just yet. And I still need my other missing unit. So like we might as well. What is happening? What is happening? What is going on? So anyway, that's my presumed plan that they're going to do, is they're going to put these characters with new characters, but JP are going to get them and global at the same time. And like I said, I know a lot of global players probably won't think that's necessarily fair, and that is a lot of content at once, but there's no real world where we're doing this sync and there's going to be like this perfect mesh of all these summonable characters, because you know, Bandai, Akatsuki, they want to make their money, and that's just part of it. That is something that they're going to want to do. That, and just because they do that doesn't mean you have to summon on the banners as well, like at all. That it doesn't mean that literally at all. And so I don't think there's any world that they do this again, unless they were to do some banner that is just basically like, here you guys go, like here are the units. Literally just press the summon button and you'll end up getting the unit, which they were never going to do. Unless they did that, I don't think anyone's going to ever be happy. And I think more of it is that we need to look at it as a just like ripping the band-aid off situation. You know, like it sucks when you're just kind of like barely pulling it and it's pulling your hair out and they're like, damn, you just got to rip it off. You just got to get it done, get it over with. And then guess what? We hopefully will never have to talk about this stuff ever again. I can't believe that they announced the sync almost a year ago and didn't tell us What is What is happening? How did my boy True Summons go? Okay, surely he didn't get railed, right? Because usually it's a, you know, it's a Thanos all things are balanced situation. Because if my luck is going this good, then there's almost no way his went great. Because then on the flip of that, there are plenty of times where he's like, dude, I did it in like 1,500 stones. I'm like, dude, I got 1 copy in 3K, and I'm not making this up. That's a real thing. I remember I was still summoning, and I went to go look in between buying stones or cleaning box out one time recently, like this year, and Truth had already ended stream. If you guys don't know, Truth literally goes live when the banner goes live, and then he summons right then and there, so you can like watch his summons happening. And usually he if he gets shafted, he's live for like 2-3 hours. This dude was already off stream, and I was like, damn, I didn't even got a copy yet, and you're telling me this guy's already, because if he's off stream, that means he's rainbowed it. He's going until he rainbows it. And so I'm like, if he's already off stream, then that means he's rainbowed the unit, and I don't even have a single copy yet. You think I could fuse? We haven't gotten a single. Hey, there's a fusion. So that's my presumed plan. Would love to hear what you guys think about my presumed plan. I'm sure some of you guys absolutely hate it, but I just don't think there's any world where they make everyone happy. And I think that for them, from a business standpoint, probably makes the most sense, is to still drip feed them a little bit and be like, all right, we're going to combine them on this banner, but then both versions get it. Both versions get it, which you might think is not fair, but I think if you're going to do a sync and you're going to have all these characters released at the same time, and, you know, bringing them back early for the JP side is not necessarily a bad thing, and will get people to summon on the banner. So that is the way I foresee them handling the sync with these presumed 4 characters that the 2 versions will have differences with. And I do hope that if they end up doing that, what I really hope though is that JP and Global have the same banners. Like, I hope that it's not just a thing where Global is getting this you know, UI Goku for the first time, but then they don't also do it on the JP side, because the whole point is to be synced up and have the same stuff all at the same time. Like, we need to leave behind where banner changes happen and all this happen and all that. Like as soon as the sync is here with worldwide, everything moving forward, like everything needs to drop at the same time. And to lightly address my Global versus JP, which I talked about a lot in one of my previous videos, somebody pointed this out and I was like, that's true, honestly. Like, someone's like, okay, so on JP you have tons of resources, you have all the characters mostly rainbowed already. All this on Global, you have some exclusives and you can read the game. I'm like, that's a really good point. I've spent infinitely more money on the JP side, so I have more red coins, more yellow coins, more carnival coins, more blue coins. Like, just from that resource alone, which is it was a very important resource. I mean, I could have not summoned for Jiren today, and granted I wouldn't have him for like 6 months or maybe sooner if they do bring him back, but I wouldn't have him for some time. But I could rainbow him easily later on with the resources that I have available to me. Whereas on Global, I actually have gotten decently lucky, and I'm not chased rainbows on launch. So like the Global tickets that I've been talking about that JP just does not have come in so clutch so many times, where that's the only thing I'll do on a banner and I'll still walk away with the unit. Now granted, they're at 55%, but be at 55% and having them is better than not having them. So that is probably what I'll still do with the Global side, because I don't really want my Global account die, but I'm not going to just be diving in on there's no reason to maintain 2 versions when they're releasing the same characters at the same time. I always maintain 2 versions because in case there were differences, like Rose, you know, like the global exclusive stuff that used to happen way more than it does now. And so honestly, thanks to you guys, I read the comments, I really do, and I appreciate y'all. You made it very clear. When I read it and someone pointed it out, like, yeah, you're right. I have like 30,000 red coins on JP. I have like under 1,000 on Global. So in terms of just like longevity and being able to be even semi like budget with the game, because like no joke, today if I didn't pull Jared in these 2,000 stones I yap to you guys right now in this video, I was not going to buy any more stones. Like, this is my final summon of this video, because I want to save the stones that I have. I'm going to pray that I get the next Dokkan Fest with them, and then hopefully still have some left over to go into. What? What did you just witness? Did I just rainbow Jiren in 20 minutes and under 1,000 stones, or right at 1,000 stones? 1,100 stones, I think. What? How? What? What? What just happened? What just happened? Okay. Okay. That's Rainbow, right? That's 5 copies. All right, guys. Well, you can click on another video right here. This is another Dokkan video. I'm sure you'll enjoy. That's so stupid. If you haven't liked the video or subscribed yet, you consider doing that. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.